Scorpio, February is a month that's going to put a hard emphasis on the relationships that are closest to you, especially because you have an emphasis on your fourth house of home and family and your fifth house of romance and children. Now, there's also going to be ample opportunity to start something new and exciting, especially when it comes to work or getting your health back on track. But keep in mind, this month may throw a curveball, especially when it comes to your career and business, especially around the time of the full moon in Leo. If you want to know more about what February has to offer, keep watching. You definitely don't want to miss this. What's up, Scorpio? As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Mel, your new favorite astrologer, and I'm the founder of divinefeminineworks, where I help people unlock their divinity and discover their magic. And as always, if you're returning, welcome back. This channel is everything tarot, astrology, spirituality, and manifestation. So if those are the things you like, if those are the things you love, if those are the things you want to learn more about, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell to always be notified when I come out with new content. All right, my loves. So this is going to be the February 2023 monthly astro forecast for the sign of Scorpio rising. And I just want to remind you that I do all of these videos by rising sign. Because I'm doing an astrology forecast, it has to be done by rising sign. And if you don't know what your rising sign is, don't forget to check out the description box below. I'll have all of the information you'll need in order to figure all of that stuff out. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it and see what we got for you for February. So there is going to be an emphasis on your fourth house of home and family, your fifth house of creativity and kids, your sixth house of work and health, and your 10th house of career and public life. All right, so let's get into it. So during Aquarius season, the sun is going to be shining and energizing your fourth house. There we go. Your fourth house of home and family. All right, so during Aquarius season, you may find that you are thinking of the future in terms of home and family. So maybe you want to purchase a home and you're taking the steps to get that in motion. Or maybe there's something that you want to do with family members or concerning your lineage that you want to get the ball rolling on. I feel like Aquarius season is going to be the best time for you to do that. All right, but keep in mind that Aquarius, Saturn is located in Aquarius right now. And so what that means for you is that anything that you're trying to start or improve upon when it comes to home and family. So again, this could be a home situation where you're buying a home, or maybe you want to do some renovations, or maybe you're starting something new with family. Maybe you want to start creating your own family in a new and dynamic way. Don't be surprised if you're met with resistance, obstacles, challenges, or things just take a lot longer than you would like them to take, because Saturn is going to probably put some challenges and obstacles in the way of that. And it's not for no reason, although sometimes that Saturn energy can feel that way. But it's more so in order to get you to understand that anything that you're trying to do right now requires a level of diligence and commitment. Are you really committed to this improvement that you're trying to make, right? It's a marathon, not a sprint. And so Saturn is going to test you to see whether you will stay the course and be diligent in the work that you're trying to do right now. So it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do any of these things, especially if you're being met with resistance or challenges. It just means that you're going to probably have to work a little harder and probably be a lot more committed to what it is that you're doing. All right, then thereafter, there's going to be an emphasis on your fifth house of romance and children. Now, this is going to be going down when the sun moves into Pisces. So there's going to be a lot of Pisces energy toward the second half of the month. So be prepared to really be feeling all the feels when it comes to romance, or maybe have this idyllic and idealized picture in your mind when it comes to children, okay? Because we're going to have the sun, the new moon, Venus, and Neptune in Pisces. So again, a lot of Piscean energy. What I love about this is going to have you feeling optimistic, especially if you've been dating or you've been lacking some romance in your life. I feel like Pisces season is really going to re-energize that. So anything having to do with romance, dating, conceiving, adopting, or doing something new with children, you're going to want to set those new intentions and plant those seeds at the new moon in Pisces later on in the month, all right? And speaking of month, if you want a breakdown of the astrology for the month and all that it has to offer, you should definitely check out my February 2023 monthly astro forecast. That just gives you the general overview of the astrology for the month. I'll leave that link in the description box below. But by and large, Pisces season allows you to believe in love again. It's also a great time to express yourself and be creative. So any creative endeavors for you in particular are very much going to thrive during Pisces season. All right. Then next up, we have an emphasis on your 6th house of work and health. So in the beginning of the month, Venus is going to be in Pisces, but then by mid-month, she is going to transit into your 6th house of work and health, where she will link up with her equally positive powered planet, Jupiter. So I want you to put a gold star next to your 6th house because this is where your abundance lies this month. Now, because the 6th house covers work and health, when it comes to the service that you provide to others or your physical or even mental well-being, this is where you're going to be rich and abundant, okay? And you're going to want to take action, start new things. So whether it's changing jobs, whether it's providing a new service, or even changing up your daily routine in a positive way, I feel like that's going to be very beneficial for you. Especially in terms of your physical well-being, this is going to be the time to start a new diet or a new health regimen. The presence of Venus and Jupiter in your 6th house means that any efforts, any little effort that you make with respect to work or health, I feel that the universe will respond in kind, all right? Meaning that the universe will bless you as you start something new. So that is the gold star energy for you this month, Scorpio. All right, and then finally, there's going to be an emphasis on your 10th house of career and public life, specifically at the full moon in Leo in the beginning of the month, okay? So this is where the universe may throw you a little bit of a curveball, okay? Because something unexpected, something surprising may happen, especially at work, with respect to your career, with respect to your reputation, or with respect to your own business. Any shakeups that you experience, anything that sort of comes out of the blue is really guiding you to look within, but specifically to look within your heart. The whole essence and energy of the full moon in Leo is about having the courage to follow your heart, being childlike. For some, this may be even a call for you to address your inner child. So this energy is meant to be light and fun and lighthearted is what I meant to say. All right. So if you've been taking things too seriously, especially at work, if you've lost your passion for what you're doing, if you're kind of just going through the motions and you don't feel excited and amped about what you're doing, the full moon in Leo is going to show you what you're truly passionate about and urge you to be courageous enough to follow your heart to pursue those passions. All right. So there may be a bit of a curveball, but it's really ultimately to get you to follow your heart. All right. So now that we've gotten the astrology out of the way, let's get into the tarot and see what messages Spirit has for you this month. All right. So let's see what we've got for you, Scorpio. Let's start off with 3. There we go. Well, we've got 2. Let's get one more. 3 oracle cards to kick off the reading. Okay. Look at that. So we've got 4. All right. So first up, we've got Saturn. All right. And Saturn is currently in Aquarius, which is your 4th house of home and family. So there's something about your familial relationships, perhaps having to do with your mother, your father, grandparents, or your lineage that is, that you're being directed toward this month. It's something having to do with tradition. So something in your family that's been done a certain way, it's definitely being called to your attention because you may need to take your family in a different direction, or you may need to start a new family tradition is what I'm hearing. All right. Then we've got Mercury. Okay, Mercury is also in Aquarius, which is also in your 4th house. So this may be expressing your unique opinion, especially if you're taking your family in a different direction or you're trying to do a home improvement project. All of those things I talked about in the astrology section having to do with your 4th house of home and family. I feel like you're being called to express these things. You're being called to exercise your throat chakra and really vocalize what it is that you want to do or what your ideas are. I see for some of you, you're brainstorming with family members, like you're thinking of a master plan, you're thinking about the future, and you're discussing it and talking about it. Then we've got the 8th house. This is the house of Scorpio, okay? So there's something about getting to the root of things, okay? So if you have something in your family that's been done a certain way for a long time, you may want to find out why. I literally just the other day, I saw on Instagram, it was a post talking about tradition is really pressure from dead people. Take that as you will. But I feel like you may want to understand why you do things a certain way. And if you have to keep doing things a certain way. I feel like there's something about you changing direction. There's something about you taking your family in a new direction that's going to be very important in February. And then we have the 10th house. Okay. So I see you guys kind of standing out as a leader. Okay. Especially at work. So you know that 10th house energy that's going to be lit up at the full moon in Leo. I feel like it's really going to put you at a pinnacle, okay? There could be a promotion on the horizon. There could be some sort of advancement that's coming your way. But you have to make sure that you really want it. One of the things I'm hearing is that you may have been in a job or in a career for a while, but you're no longer passionate about it. And I feel like the full moon is going to get you to reevaluate what you're passionate about. Reevaluate what it is that you want to do. Reevaluate what your purpose is at this time. And I feel like you're ultimately going to be guided to go in that direction. So some of you may be embarking on a new career journey at this time. Others of you may be thrust into a leadership position, especially if you're still very passionate about what it is that you do. Okay. Let's get some more cards here. Two. Let me get 2 more. 3, 4. Perfect. First up, we've got the 2 of Wands. So there's something about, like, again, going in a new direction. If you look carefully at this card, he's got this 1 wand behind him. So something has already been created. And now you're looking away from what's been created and you're looking in a new direction. You see how you've got the world in your hands there? It's like, I'm really feeling change of direction, going in a different direction. Like the world is your oyster. I don't know if some of you are planning on relocating your family, moving far away from family, like starting your own family in a different location than where the rest of your family is. But I feel like that's definitely a thing for you guys this month. Yeah, then we have the Knight of Swords. This speaks directly to that Mercury energy I was talking about before. Some of you are about to be very vocal. Some of you are very decisive on what you want to do, what direction you want to go in, and you're going to be extremely vocal about it. But be mindful of how you come across. Some of you are very passionate about this decision that you've made, and it may come across as like harsh. Like to the point where you're so passionate about what you want to do that you're not willing to listen to other people's opinions, especially family members. So I feel like be mindful of how you come across and how you deliver this news or how you talk about this decision that you've made. Then we've got the Queen of Wands. Some of you, there's a family member, I'm hearing like a very fiery woman who you may be having these words with or who you may be brainstorming with. Some of you are stepping into the energy of this Queen of Wands, meaning that you're very confident, you're very action-oriented. Whatever decision that you're making, whatever direction that you're looking to go into, I feel like you guys are doing it very fearlessly. Again, you've made a decision, you're sticking to it, and you're very confident in the decision that you're making. So that's great. And then finally, we've got the Three of Cups. So I feel like all's well that ends well. I feel like even if people are kind of maybe not on board with what you're trying to do, I feel like ultimately there's going to be a cause for celebration. For some of you, there is a cause for celebration at work. So again, maybe you're moving up the corporate ladder. Maybe you're getting a promotion. Maybe you're transitioning to a new job, and that's a cause for celebration. Others of you, this could be a family event that you're celebrating. This new family event, this new addition. So I'm hearing like a baptism, christening, or something like that. Others of you, I feel like you're really moving up into a leadership position, whether at home or at work. And I feel like that's a cause for celebration. Okay. Let's get 3 more cards with this deck. One, 2, 3. Perfect. I've actually got 4, but that's okay. We have the Magician. So everything lies in your hands. You have all the tools that you need to make this particular change. So manifest it and it shall be so. Okay. Then we've got the King of Swords. So I see a Queen of Wands and a King of Swords here. So these may be people around you that you're talking to, that you're conveying these plans to. I definitely see this as being perhaps an elder of the family, someone who's used to making the decision making, someone who's sort of the enforcer of the family. And look at how they're sitting. They're sitting there just kind of listening to you like, okay, all right. Okay, I'm listening to you. Okay, I get it. So yeah, you may be, I don't want to say pleading to someone, but you may be stating your case to someone. You may be seeking approval or getting everybody on board, but I definitely see someone who is very interested in what you have to say. I feel like they feel the passion that you're exuding with this decision, this idea that you have. And I feel like ultimately they're going to be on board because remember, I said that there's going to be a cause for celebration. So I feel like this person is weighing their options. They're definitely really hearing you out, hearing what you have to say. And again, all's well that ends well, especially with the presence of the Six of Wands here. So whatever you're trying to do, whatever direction you're trying to go in, I feel like it will be met victoriously. Especially with work, I see you being recognized. So again, I feel like there's a promotion or some sort of public recognition that's going to be happening to you. So definitely towards the beginning part of the month, I see that some sort of recognition is going to be like you're going to receive some sort of recognition. And we also have the Five of Swords. Okay, so there are going to be some people who are not on board. Okay, but here's the thing. You're going to have to be a little selfish at this time, and that's okay. Some people are going to be hurt, especially if you're veering away from tradition. Some people are going to be hurt. Some people are going to feel slighted. Some people are going to feel like, well, it's always been done that way. Who are you to change it? But exactly, who are you to change it? You can change it. You have all the tools at your disposal to change the trajectory, to change the way that things are headed. And so you need to do it at this time, especially if it's something that you're passionate about, especially if it's something that's in your heart that you want to express. Do it. Be a little selfish. It's perfectly fine. Let's get 3 more cards and see what else we have here. Sudden wealth. There we go. Things are definitely going to work out in your favor, especially when it comes to work. I think you might be getting more money than you anticipated, especially if you're getting a promotion, more recognition. Suddenly, it's almost like for some of you, especially if you're your own business owner, you could have like a video or a post go viral, which leads to more customers like unexpectedly. So money is definitely coming in terms of career, in terms of business, all that good stuff. We've got gift. All right, we've got gift. So I feel like there's a gift coming your way, something positive that you're not going to have to work for. This could be that sudden wealth. I see that definitely playing out. So yeah, definitely a gift. We've also got courtship. Okay. So I'm hearing several things for this. Courtship to me can also denote the beginning of something. So if you're looking to take your family in a different direction, I feel like you're at the beginning stages of that, right? Now, remember this person I said that's listening to you, that's like weighing all their options and stuff. It's almost like you are courting them. Remember how I said before, I almost misspoke. I said you're not like pleading to them, but you're stating your case. I want you to look at the depiction of this card. See how he is sort of pleading at her, like he's like stating his case, he's talking to her, and she's sort of listening to him. That's exactly the energy that's going on this month, okay? So it's the beginning stages. It's stating your case. It's stating your intentions. For some, this may have to do with the relationship, especially if you come from a family tradition where marriages are arranged and you want to go in a different direction. You want to pick someone that you truly love, that you have actual love for. You're sort of pleading your case to this elder, like, listen, I know that we do marriages in a certain way, but there's someone that I'm interested in and I want to pursue them as opposed to you guys arranging a marriage for me. So that could be what that is about. All right. But I feel like it's the beginning stages of something. You are going to have to plead your case. You are going to have to state your case. But if you follow your heart, okay, and you express yourself and you express your passion, this is what awaits you. Okay. All right. So let's get one last card to close out this reading and see what else Spirit has to say for you for February. We've got Bullseye, which says focus. Keep your eyes on the prize. If there's something that you're truly passionate about, if there's something that you want to take the family in a new direction, whatever your heart's truest desire is, right? And I want you to see this red bullseye in the center. When it comes to family, when it comes to home, when it comes to stability, if you have your eye on something or someone, if you want to follow your heart's truest desires, focus on that. Focus on that. Be a little selfish. Tap into your heart space and it will become your reality because you have all the tools at your disposal to manifest it. All right. All right, my love. So that concludes the February 2023 astro forecast for the sign of Scorpio rising. Hopefully you guys were able to get at least one important piece of information that you can use going forward into the month. If you would like more information on my products and services, those links are in the description box below. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Have an amazing month, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.